Welcome to the Social Club with me, Ped. I'm joined by Paul Machin, Stephen Howson. We're here to talk about Philip Coutinho.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the Merseyside derby.
No,
I thought, derby, FA Cup win, get through to Monday, Social Club back up north.
I can't even remember.
And then fucking Barcelona and fucking Phil Coutinho and fucking Liverpool Football Club decided to just get together and have a money party.
With the Daily Mail.
With the Daily
Mail. Of all people.
Pricks.
So the question is, does selling Philip Coutinho hurt Liverpool's chances of finishing in the top four? Stephen Howson?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, of course it does. Let's be honest. He's one of your best players. I think it's well comfortable to say. But I think in slight mitigation for you lot is that you strengthen the defence on the back of selling him. Let's face it, that money was earmarked clearly for that. And you are pretty well stacked in the sort of position that Coutinho plays with. So I think you can cope without him better than some other teams might be able to cope without a player in that certain sort of position. It's far too early to tell what sort of impact Van Dijk's going to have. But I think as a team, you're probably, in theory at least, stronger than you was with him.
I think if we'd sold Coutinho last January, we wouldn't have made top four. I think you can say that because toward the end, after Mane got injured, he kind of carried us over the line a little bit. Like they performed against West Ham away from home in the run in there as well. You're right. I think we are better positioned because there's a case to be made that he does get in Liverpool's best 11. He's very, very good at football, but you can almost put as strong an 11 out that he isn't in there because you can go back to Mane, Firmino, Salah is the first choice front three, and then we were kind of experimenting between him as an attacking mid, as an 8, and then periodically dropping him back on the left wing, which was his best position last season particularly. But now Lallana's back fit and Oxlade-Chamberlain started to find his feet in the attacking mid. You're right, we're not. It's weak in the. It's just about weak in the first 11. It's definitely weak in the squad because if you lose a Salah or a Mane for any period, it means Chamberlain's got to play on the wing, and look, he's not as good as Phil Coutinho. I think there'll be a lot of Arsenal fans watching this who will know that. I think he's a lot better than they think he is because they don't know what they're talking about in that regard. But the biggest issue for me is the message this sends to Arsenal and to Spurs, who are very much, we're in the driving seat as far as the run for the top 4 place goes. I think we were actually looking more towards United and Chelsea based on results in the last couple of weeks. We're back within touching distance of those two. And we were looking more as a battle for second, whereas I think it's conceivable and it's easier to say now. It kind of looks like Liverpool will be back in the fight for 4th rather than a fight for higher up the league.
I mean, I would have thought the biggest problem would be is that where you'll get teams now playing against Liverpool or have been over Christmas, parking the bus, which to some success. I mean, we came and got a draw. West Brom come and get a draw, and you have tough games that you've come through over Christmas. Was he like the little magician though that could open those games up? Whereas the outrageous pace of Mane and Salah could be stopped by just building that wall.
Well, yes and no, because Salah's proven that he can score against anyone pretty much at this point. It's not been all about his pace. Some of the goals he scored, I mean, look at the goal he scores. He scores 2 in the other week, and he rolls Harry Maguire for 1, and that's just edge of the box. That's great. That's just great football. It's not about him being dead quick. Coutinho's got that thing where he's become a bit of a flat track bully for us. He played for us in the 2 7-0 wins from the left hand side as well. A 5-0 win and a 4-0 win in amongst that. At Bournemouth in particular, he just decided to go and win that game for us and just ran through the middle of their team.
Is this the email you've been sent out by the club? Sorry, I just want to make, because I've heard this by other Liverpool pundits. I just wondered whether this was sent out, from the club just to get you all on the same page.
If I listened to other Liverpool pundits, I wouldn't do what we do. Or we do what we do because of other Liverpool pundits. No. I genuinely what do you want me to say? Do you want me to say?
I want you to cry.
You want tears live?
I want to throw this out. Where did flat track bully become like this negative thing?
No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. But it is for me. It's not.
But it is though. If you look at online, maybe you shouldn't, but if you look online, people use it as a criticism of players.
Romelu Lukaku.
Not necessarily, because you could say Harry Kane as well.
That's why true. But no, Meths say that. Like, you know, genuinely, there's nothing. But here's the thing: Liverpool have needed to get better at that. Look at last season.
You can totally capitulate against most of the rest of the top four, and do very well in the league.
Till last week, Liverpool had only beaten two other sides in the top 10. And we're comfortably in the top 4. Yeah. So it doesn't. For me, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, last season we finished, I think 9 points out of the top 5 or something like that. We didn't beat anyone.
Yeah. Look, last season we were unbeaten against the top 7 teams. We were pretty much unbeaten against the top 10. And we finished 4th. We went through the most difficult route to finish 4th in the Premier League you can. We had to beat Man City, and we had to beat Spurs.
You didn't have to play them, did you? You got away with that.
Chelsea.
Well, we beat Man City quite regularly.
You know what I mean? But what I mean is we lost to Bournemouth away, which we've won and won. We got and won this year.
Exactly. So actually, turning up against the teams that you're expected to beat is where leagues, I think, are won.
Yeah, Mourinho wins leagues.
Not this year.
No, but everywhere he goes, that's what he does.
No,
exactly. So you're right.
But that's the thing, and that's where we might come a crop a little bit. Look, as I say, the big issue for me is not necessarily about a lack of talent, because we've got a good squad, we've got a better squad than we've had for a number of years. We are not totally reliant upon him. I think it's telling that we've got a better win percentage without him in the team than with, but there's no doubt that he's got double figures. He scored 12 goals and got 9 assists in 20 appearances this season. He was on course for his best ever season as a footballer. We could have theoretically had 3 players with 20 plus goals this season. That's unheard of for us, and that's the mark of Man City are going to be the only team that does that, I think, this season pretty much. And we could have been comparable in terms of an attacking side to the team that's going to steamroller the league. As it is, I think we're sweeping the legs from underneath our season a little bit by letting them go.
Does this open the door to a more balanced Liverpool side, though? With Keita coming in next season, having multifaceted.
But honestly, Ped, yes, but who gives a fuck? Because great, future Paul will thoroughly enjoy that side, whereas now Paul has got to turn up to watch Liverpool play Man City at the weekend.
Splitting stuff into 3, then that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. There's past Paul, present Paul, and future Paul. We all have that in there. It's a Seinfeld paraphrasing, by the way. But
I think it's Scrooge. But
that's where I die. Look, if Liverpool have taken 140 million and that money has been pre-spent on Keita for the summer and Van Dijk, then Liverpool's squad and first 11 is much better, because we've identified we've been good in attack, but we've been a bit weak. We've lacked the spine. We've essentially bolstered the spine. If we actually then go by a really good goalkeeper as well,
instead of the traffic cone that you've got now,
absolutely, or pair of. But that's where Liverpool have got a weakness. If we've done that true, I don't think that. I don't think we've necessarily. I think there's money to spend, and I think still from that, I don't think
the PES money.
The Pro Evo 2018 money. I think that needs to be, and I think Liverpool do need to spend it, because I think again the Sharks will be shaking, they'll smell blood. In that Liverpool have undone themselves a little bit by letting a player like that.
How much does this hurt the brand? Because there's never a right time to sell a player ever.
Yeah.
And when one goes up and you're trying to get to that level,
Liverpool don't come across well from this. Liverpool look like a position themselves as a smaller club than Barcelona.
140 million.
No. But here's the thing. And people might go, well, Liverpool are a smaller club than Barcelona, and that's fine. But the idea is, if the aim is to get back to being a top European side and European brand, whatever you want to call it, then we did the right thing in the summer by telling Barcelona to swivel. Now, you reach a point, don't you, and I take what Klopp said at face value in that, short of literally chaining him up in the basement of Anfield, they've tried everything in the power. If he's not going to perform, and he has done, I think, and you wouldn't know it by the way he's performed this season, that his head's been turned or whatever when he's played. you don't want to upset what you do. You don't want to upset the apple cart. If you've got a player who doesn't want to play, then get rid. Fine.
Some right cliches in there, don't mind.
Oh, I know that's true.
I just want to know what they're chaining up in the basement.
All sorts of stuff.
Sick as a parrot. But it's, but here's the thing. It does. You don't. We're going to go round this chance. We're going to go round to football clubs in January and go, can we have them? And they're going to go, sorry, we don't sell our best players in January. And that's uniformly the response we're going to get. And that's because that's what you're meant to do, and that's why I'm pissed off. I agree with I understand the circumstances, and I understand the benefits, and unfortunately the benefits are not going to be seen until Liverpool deliver something at the end of this season for this season.
I don't believe that.
Which?
I don't believe that clubs won't sell players yet.
No, I don't
It's just
either,
what
actually.
they sell them for, and I think that's where. I think that's where FSG have come a cropper in the past, where they've offered prices that they knew the clubs weren't prepared to take. They knew Van Dijk wasn't going to get sold in the summer for the price they offered. Now, I'm not saying that's a conspiracy theory, but you have that offer. Every player will want to move up. It doesn't matter where they go. There's always an up for a player. Man United sold Ronaldo.
He's never scored a Premier League goal again. So
we've
lost out there.
Well, there you go. We've just got rid of Barkley. I say got rid of.
Got rid of you, yeah.
No, and then we've just gone on board a kid from Turkey. You're always at your levels, aren't you?
No, true. But the problem we've got is that we're not selling a squad player. We're selling a double figures goal a season Premier League player. We need to go out and buy someone amazing who otherwise we are.
Yeah, but that wasn't where the problem is, though.
No, but the problem is
you can win games without him. You can't win games, or you're going to win more games.
You can win games without him, of course we can, to the point at which you lose players through injury, and then you've got 17-year-olds playing on the wing again for you, which is where we fell down last season.
If you upgraded the traffic cone in net, you're not going to lose as many games.
Well, that's a possibility too. But the point is that what Liverpool need to do is go to Arsenal and say, we'll have Alexis Sanchez off you, or they need to go to someone mega. They need to go and get a player. It's all well and good buying Thomas Lemar. If you can make that happen, great. But he's young and he needs blooding in. You're not going to get the best of him. He's just another body at this point. What Liverpool need to do is not to stutter in the stride. And the only way to do that is to go and get someone who's prime age, already proven top quality. And the problem is that if Arsenal have got any sense, they turn around and go, get fucked. Because we'll sell it to Man City because we're not in a race with Man City. We consider ourselves to be direct rivals of yous.
I'm not sure Arsenal are in a race with you lot at the moment.
Well, that's
about Burnley, really, don't
we're going to be covering that as well today, or tomorrow. But
I think you're right. I just think Liverpool do need to do that. They need to just get out a pair of bollocks
Liverpool
and go and challenge.
The cock around and slap it around.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And throw the money where it
Barcelona
needs to be spent.
have just, whether people like it or not, the Nike thing or whatever, it doesn't come off tasteful.
Yeah.
You see the Daily Mail piece, it doesn't come off nice, but they've just exerted their power.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Liverpool need to try and do. And in an arrogant way though, but like you've just saying, go to a team like Arsenal and offer 25 million plus a pound. And just...
No, fuck that. You need to go to Arsenal with 60 million, something that he's not worth for a guy who's got 6 months left on his contract, knowing that City will only pay 25 or 30, and blow that out. And do, you know what I mean? Go and do something stupid, crazy stupid. You know what I mean? Like the kind of stuff that wins you birds in Hollywood movies. You know what I mean? That's what we need to go and do.
Say in Hollyoaks then?
Yeah, no.
The dog and dog for that.
You need to...
Find your level, Hollyoaks.
You need to... No. You need to have the Empire State Building lit up with his face on the side. You know what I mean? Whatever
His
it
dogs.
Takes. His dogs.
His dogs on the side of the Liver buildings.
Whatever it takes.
If you can get Mercedes permission.
Listen, Liverpool, Ped knows. Very rarely, but on this instance, yeah, do it. Build him a doggy home with the names above and like as a little annex on the side of his house.
That's a very romantic notion to think that you can do something like that, but ultimately you've still got a corporation that needs to turn profits and pay wages and keep the lights on.
True in that. But one thing that we do know that they got burned big time with the Torres sale, but they went out and they spent £35 million on Andy Carroll.
On a horse. Oh,
but the Andy Carroll thing, look, it didn't work out.
But they made it back on Suarez, didn't they?
True. But again, but the point is that they appreciated the value to going, not leaving yourself short. Now, they've then subsequently gone and done that on a number of occasions, notably when they let Andy Carroll go to West Ham and didn't replace him at all. I don't know, we'll see. Look, there's plenty of evidence where they fucked it up, and there's growing evidence where we've got it really right in the transfer market. the only thing that I know is that Liverpool could well be absolutely fine in the absence of Coutinho, but why take the chance? Why take the chance if you've not got something else lined up to sort you out in here and now?
Last question, do you generally think Liverpool will go out and buy a player who hasn't got a sell-on value?
It's like a 28-plus-year-old.
Yes, but only if it's someone who's amazing. Because I'm going to throw Sanchez out there again, but I'm not saying it's a realistic possibility at all. It's not. But he's, 28, 29.
But these are players still where you've got players in these positions, though.
No, we haven't, though. No, not really. You know, is that...
If Man City are trying to buy him, then Liverpool certainly haven't got players.
No. But the point is with that is that you go and buy someone who's 28, 29, have him for 2 years. With the way the market's inflated, particularly someone with Sanchez, you're going to get value from because of his contract being run down. You could still get. He would be a variant on Moneyball, but a weird, top end version on it because you could still make your money back on him in a couple of years' time. I think anyway.
Sound to Barcelona.
Back. Yeah.
There you go. Let us know your thoughts on Coutinho. Are you crying your little heart out like Paul? Or are you laughing your tits off like me? Because it distracts us from talking about the Merseyside derby. Let us know your thoughts and look out for our other videos. We'll see you later.